A few days ago, Misfits announced the next boxing event, Misfits 012, happening on January 20th, and this single-handedly may be the worst card of all time. So we're gonna go through all the fights on this card to get a better understanding of each fighter and then predict who's gonna win each one. Now starting from the bottom left, we've got Ben Williams vs Batista. I have no idea who both of these guys are, but just by looking at them, the man on the right looks like my grade 7 music teacher, so I would have picked the man on the left to win, but let's look at some boxing footage. Now Ben Williams has actually fought and won 2 times before, and in his most recent fight, you can see he has big power behind his punches, landing a crazy 1-2 to knock this man out in the first round. And if we look at the music team, whoa, what the hell? What the hell? This man actually has big power and speed behind those punches. Okay, I'm excused. I'm sorry, man. Okay, so they both actually look pretty good, but because Ben has actually fought before and won 2 times and has also fought under the lights, whereas I think the music teacher has never fought before, I still have to pick Ben, probably by TKO or maybe even knockout. Next up, another fight I think no one really cares about besides the Misfits Twitter community, because Most Wanted is actually pretty known in that community. We have Joey Knight versus Most Wanted. I mean, just look at this. You search up Joey Knight on Twitter and you get this random sports reporter, Christian dad of 3, old school aficionado, the 80s were blissful. Like, who the fuck? And then the guy he's versing thinks he's in GTA or something. Like, imagine sitting down, thinking of a name people can call you, and you come up with Most Wanted. Like, that's a good name for Logan Paul's fiance, but that's about it. And like I said, Most Wanted has been a part of the Misfits Twitter community for a while now, so some people may be excited for this fight, but no. For my prediction, I'm gonna have to go with Most Wanted just because, like, he's most wanted. He's the most wanted boxer to win this fight. What? Going over to the third fight, we have Miles Morales vs DTG. Now once again, Miles Morales has never fought before, whereas DTG has, but this could still be a close fight because DTG actually lost to Halal Ham, which is one of the worst boxers in the scene, so don't count Spider-Man out. And also, the one fight DTG won, he fought SX, who looked absolutely atrocious. I mean, just look at this clip. But even though DTG has only fought easy opponents, I'ma still have to go with him, probably by TKO, just because he's at least experienced fighting in the ring before. Moving on to the next fight, we have Small Spartan J vs Fox the G. Now this is the first fight I'm actually kind of excited about. Spartan J proved his dominance in his last fight against Pulia Reef, even though he was like 3 foot smaller than him. This was pretty much a one-sided fight, with Spartan J just running straight at Pulley and leaping in to land big shots, and if we skip forward a bit, you can see again, just whoa, what the hell is that shit? Okay, just forget that happened. Spartan J then sealed the deal by landing 2 massive overhands, sending Pulley down and winning on points. For Fox the G, he did have 2 amateur fights and won both, but he's never really fought on the big stage before, and to put it into perspective, this was where his last fight was. So because Spartan J has actually fought on the big stage and in general just looks like a good fighter, I think he'll win by TKO or maybe points. Now next up, we have Tristan Ham vs not Logan Paul. Huh? Imagine trying to get on an influencer boxing card, working hard on social media to get big while also training boxing, and then you see a guy named not Logan Paul get on one before you.
Come on now, dawg.
I would honestly just quit. Like, what the? And once again, both of these guys have never had a boxing match before, but not Logan Paul did have a little scuffle with Nate Diaz, and this is how it played out. Okay. Nice. So I'm just gonna have to choose Tristan Ham for this one. Like, there's no way a Logan Paul impersonator wins a fight. Wait, hold up. Because this man's a Logan Paul impersonator, do you think he also recorded a dead body for... Okay. Let me relax. Okay, relax. It was a joke. Let me make this clear. It was a joke. Hands up. Now moving on to the only other fight I'm excited for, we have Ashleyroxu vs OJ Ros. We finally got some fighters who have actual experience in the ring and have shown how good they are, with Ashleyroxu being 3-1 and OJ Ros also being 3-1. If we look at Roxu's fight against Kenny, you can definitely see he has some big power, fast hands, and good head movement, dodging all the punches coming his way. Now one problem Roxu does have is when he throws these weak ass jabs. You can see here, whenever he throws these shots, his face is wide open for a counter shot, and it's pretty easy to counter this weak of a jab. I mean, you can even allow it to hit you and it won't do any damage. And he sometimes even does this when he throws big shots. You can see here again, his face is way too open. Like if Kenny threw a left hook, it would have landed clean. Now if we look at OJ Ros, he actually does the same thing. You can see here, after OJ threw his shots, his face is also wide open for a counter. I mean, his opponent could have threw a nice left hook here and it would have dealt big damage. Nonetheless, this is 100% the best fight on the card and will probably be the most competitive, but I still feel like Roxu has more power and speed behind those punches, so I think he'll win on points. Moving on to the co-main event, I guess, we have AJ Bunker vs Brook 2. I honestly think we could use this as a washroom break because whenever Brook fights, all we see is like, where's the defense? This fight already happened last year and Brook won by unanimous decision, so I guess I'll pick her again. Whoa. And finally, for the main event, potentially the worst main event in existence, we have HS Tiki Talkie vs Tayao, Reese, Ricky, that man. But even though this Tay guy has never boxed before, I did some research and I found out he does OnlyFans, so I'm guessing he has a lot of experience pounding other people, so I'll just pick him to win by knockout. Like, at this point, who gives a shit? So in this entire card, we have 14 people fighting and 8 people who have never fought before. Let's take a look at what people have to say online. I will be there no matter what. Nothing here looks remotely interesting. We are not watching. Don't care. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if people buy tickets for this event, take a picture with KSI, and just leave. Like, but comment down below what fight you're most excited for, and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to never miss future videos.